What did everybody on here? You feel me? So, no, I ain't been giving y'all long stories. I know my fans gonna post this on YouTube, and I want to say, my fans don't post it for the views. They just post it, so everybody can hear the story. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to make this clear: my love life and career is in a parallel universe. If you don't know what that is, then you probably just gonna have to figure that out on your own. With that being said, all right, let's get into the episode. So, everybody knows. Hold on, everybody knows that I got a new girl. I mean, I always have a new girl because I have to have a new girl. Because I have to reproduce, because I'm not normal. But my biopic movie would tell you all that. So I don't need to get into all that. But so everybody know I got a new Disney star girl. Her name is Madeleine. I call her Madeleine as a nickname. That's not really her name. That's just something that I came up with on the spot. But yeah, we did a TV series together. It's called Davidson's Wizard of Oz, and it's a musical. It's very different from all the Oz's that y'all seen. It's like that, but very different, very, very interesting. Not all, cheesy and stuff like that, but since I'm the one singing all the damn songs, oh, and Madeleine, she's singing a song with me, so, it's not like, but anyway, so I'm on my way to her house, and her mom had came in there, well, her little sister came in there first, and then her mom came in there after her. So her little sister was like, Madeleine, mom about to come in here and talk to you about David. She's like, for what? So she's like, because y'all two been hanging out entirely too much. So like, okay, we did a show together. So what, we're not supposed to hang out? She's like, I already know you and David are sleeping together. She's like, how do you know that? She's like, that night that you didn't think I was home, I was our rooms are connected to each other. I heard you moaning, and the bed was hitting the wall. Like I heard it. She's like, wait, you heard us having sex? She's like, yep, but I never squealed. I didn't tell mommy, and I'm not gonna bribe you to keep the secret, but if you lie to me in my face and tell me that y'all didn't do anything, then I'll go downstairs right now and tell mommy. Oh shit. Sorry about that. She's like, if you lie to me and tell me that you didn't do anything with David, I'll go right downstairs and tell mommy everything I heard that night. I mean, y'all did a lot of stuff that night. I mean, a lot. I was just like, okay, yes, we had sex. She was like, how many times? It's like, okay, now I got to tell you how many times me and David have sex. She's like, how many times? She's like, about 5, okay? She's like, what? She's like, well, I lost count after 5. She's like, well, I heard a lot of moaning up until like 5 o'clock in the morning. She was like, yeah, she's like, and y'all came in here like 8 o'clock. So that was a lot of, wait, so y'all had sex like 8 times or something? It's like, maybe, yeah. She like, well, there's only one question I gotta ask you, Madeleine. She's like, what? It's like, did you like it? Was it enjoying? She's like, yes, it was, okay? And David's on his way over here, so I gotta get ready, okay? I'm trying to get into makeup. She's like, I don't know why you gonna do all that. She's like, we're going on a date. She's like, oh. She's like, but I'm pretty sure y'all gonna be having sex on that date. She's like, probably, yeah. Okay. Hi, Mom. So she's like, Madeleine, you can go downstairs while I talk to your older sister. She's like, oh, it's my pleasure. So she goes downstairs and she's like, why do your little sister look all creepy like that? She's like, I don't know, Mom. That's your daughter. So she's like, okay, Madeleine, I want to talk to you about you hanging around David so much. Now, I know y'all two are starting the show together. that David's Wizard of Oz, David Sims' Wizard of Oz musical that's gonna be on Netflix June the 12th. I mean, I totally get it. I understand. But, y'all are hanging around each other a little bit too damn much. I seen him leaving his house like 7 o'clock in the morning. What was he doing here so damn late? So she like, um, he fell asleep. So she's like, he fell asleep. What about the other 2 nights? So she's like, Mom, what? Okay, David's my boyfriend. So she's like, so what are y'all doing in your room for that long? I mean, what are y'all doing? I know y'all not just looking at movies. She's like, Mom, she's like, I ain't putting you on birth control. She's like, excuse me? She's like, I'm putting you on birth control. Okay? There's no way you coming to me at 14 telling me you're pregnant. I'm putting you on birth control. So she's like, fine, Mom, can I finish getting ready? So she's like, yeah, sure. And tell David don't bring you back here late. It's like, Mom, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. We have the whole day to spend together. So she's like, all right. Well, the next day, I'm putting you on birth control. It's like, Mom, we're not having sex. She's like, I don't believe you. He been over here 3 whole nights. I don't believe you. I know that something sexual is going on. Okay, I don't believe you. She's like, so you don't believe your daughter? You don't believe your firstborn daughter? She's like, no, I don't believe you. Okay, and the reason why I don't believe you because you're a damn teenager. So teenagers lie to their mothers. They lie to their fathers. They just lie to their parents. Period. Did you forget I was a damn teenager too? So you think that I haven't lied to my mom about having sex or doing sexual stuff? I was your age at one time, okay? So don't think I was always old. So your ass is going on birth control. So she's like, but if I was having sex, you'll be okay with it. She's like, no, I wouldn't be okay with it. But it's nothing I can do. I'm not always around you. So I don't know what you are doing when I'm not around you, okay? I don't know what influences is around you when I'm not near you because I'm not there to hold your hand every step of the way. So yeah, you're going on birth control. So she's like, fine. So I get there. She get in the car. I'm like, what's going on, Madeleine? She's like, my mom is putting me on birth control first thing in the morning. I'm like, wow. It's like but I don't have to take it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't have to take the birth control. You can still get me pregnant. I'm like, are you sure? It's like, yeah, but I can act like I was taking it, and then if I end up pregnant, I'll be like, I guess the birth control didn't work. Cause that way she'll blame it on the birth control, and then she'll go out to the hospital and start yelling at the nurses and stuff because the birth control didn't work when in reality I really didn't take it. So I'm like, okay, so I'll go with her tomorrow to get on birth control or whatever. Let's just hope she don't give me the shot. If she give me the shot lasts for a whole month. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, if she gets me put on the needle where they do it right in front of her every first of the month, that shot lasts for a full month. Let's just hope that I get to choose what birth control I want. So I'm like, you think she gonna put you on the shot? It's like, no, my mother, she probably would do that shit so she can be able to see me actually being on it. No, my mother, she probably would do that. But there's so many other damn birth controls. There's the liquid birth control, there's the gummy birth control, there's the pill birth control. There's so many other birth controls that I can take. But it's just like, I hate those fucking needles. So I don't know. I hope I'm able to choose my own damn birth control because I damn sure don't want to get a damn needle every first of the month. So I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, so let's just hope that I can, choose my own punishment. Well, it's not a punishment, but I'm gonna give you a baby. You want a baby? I'm gonna give it to you. And plus, I love playing with your daughters. They're so pretty. You got them in the back seat. I'm like, yeah. I mean, my wife, General Ortega, kind of going through some stuff right now, so kind of want to give her some space so she can clear her head and think about a lot of stuff. So she's like, oh, okay, well, that's good. You stepping up as a daddy and taking care of y'all daughters. They look like you. I mean, they really do. I'm like, I know they're my babies. Like, you know how many DNA tests I had done to make sure that they was my daughters? I don't play around. I always make 100% sure if I'm the daddy. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I understand that. So where are we going for our date, David? So I take her somewhere really nice. It was like a pond And then it was like, and I'm sorry I haven't been on here to talk to y'all, and I will be. It's just I had some things to think about and dealing with my ear and all this stuff like that. So sorry if I was like not getting on here talking to y'all for a while. But and plus I was going to events and red carpets, and that always slowed me out from talking to y'all and telling y'all stories. But anyway, so took it to like this park, but it was like, it was like a swan. It had actual swans in it and ducks and stuff. It was kind of like if you would look at Cinderella, it was that type of scenery. She was like, "This is so beautiful." It kind of reminded me of like the scene of our show when we first, even though I didn't really do anything, it was a stunt double that did the rest of the parts, but we did kiss and stuff. I'm like, well, I'm glad we having sex now. It's like, I'm glad too. David, I really, really like you. I'm like, I do too. She's like, so what happened when we were filming? Like, why didn't you ask me out? I'm like, your mom was right there every time I wanted to talk to you. She's like, true. You are right. She was there, like, creeping the whole situation out. You're right. I'm like, and every time that I wanted to talk to you, I couldn't. So I was like, the first time that I knew that I wanted to talk to you, your mom was literally right there. And I'm not afraid of mothers, but it's like, I know that feeling of how mothers are when they like genuinely overprotective over their daughters. So she's like, that's my mom. I'm like, yeah, so I felt that. I felt that vibe from her. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the situation alone because remember when you was walking to your trailer and I was like calling your name and I walked over to you. Your mother, she could have just went in the trailer all the way. She's like, yeah, right. Yeah. I'm like, your mom could have just went in the trailer all the way. She stood right there and she just made it awkward. So I couldn't like tell you that I liked you because I did. She was like, I understand, David, you really don't have to explain yourself. Like, I do truly understand. Like, my mom definitely can make a situation awkward. Like, she can. So, I definitely understand, like, why you wouldn't want to tell me that you like me. But can I tell you something? I'm like, what? She's like, so that same night, my mom asked me in the car. We was driving. Oh, and if y'all don't know, the girl Madeline, she plays on a Disney show. And it's called The Secrets of Silver Springs. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And she's like the sister of like the older brother. She got a little twin brother, but they're not real twins in real life. But that's, well, y'all gonna see what she looked like when y'all see the picture. But anyway, so she was like, so my mom was, we in the car, right? We driving. And my mom was like, so do you like David? Like out of the blue. And I was like, where's all this coming from? And she was like, don't think I'm stupid. I know y'all be flirting with each other on set. Like, do you like him or not? I mean, he's a handsome young man. He's, very wealthy and young and popular with the ladies and very popular in this industry. And do you like him? Because I seen you making googly eyes at him. And I was like, what is googly eyes? I don't even know what the hell that even means. And she was like, you had hearts in your eyes, which means you like him. But I'm asking you, because even though you might tell me you don't, so I was like, Mom, yes, I like him. But that don't mean that I'm gonna like make a move on him or tell him that I like him. So my mom found out that I liked you. It wasn't really too much she can do because at this point it's like, I mean, like I like you. It's not the end of the world. Like lots of girls like boys, like I'm 14, about to be 15. I'm like around that age where I am about to start liking boys. So it's like, it's really nothing you can do about it at this point. Like, either you accept it or you don't. But she didn't really say anything after like I admitted that I liked you. So I'm like, she didn't say nothing. She's like, well, what could she really say? So I'm like, oh, okay. So I remember Now, her little sister was in the show. You know, she actually played her little sister in the show. So because she wanted to be in the show, and I was like, well, I got to see if I can find a role for you in the show. So I found it a way. It actually, the girl that was gonna play Madeline's sister in the show that we starring in together, she kind of like something happened. It was like something private, and she wasn't in the right state of mind to do the show. So we used her little sister, her real little sister, and it worked out pretty fine. So I remember her little sister called her. She was like, Madeline, are you with David? She's like, what do you want? So she's like, that's not a good way to talk to your little sister when she has such a big secret on you. So she's like, Mommy, I already know we having sex. She's like, she do? She's like, yep, she's taking me to get on birth control tomorrow. She's like, well, this takes all the fun out of it because now I can just go to Mommy and tell her that you're having sex. She's like, no, you can't just go to Mommy. She's like, Mommy doesn't really know you're having sex. She's thinking about it, but she doesn't know. See, she's putting you on birth control to be safe, just in case you start having sex. She doesn't know if you really are having sex. So she's like, no, she doesn't. So she's like, So, on your way back, do you think you can pick me up some fast food? She's like, what do you want? She's like, I was thinking some Burger King food. Or, you know what? Get me some McDonald's food. I'm craving a nice Big Mac, some fries, and give me the Spider Man sandwich. She's like, you want the Spider Man Big Mac? She's like, yes, I want the Spider Man Big Mac. You think you can make that happen for your little sister? So she's like, yes, I think I can make sure. You really should say it like you're happy to hear from me because I can just go downstairs right now. She's like, okay. I will be happy to get you the Spider-Man sandwich. Okay? She's like, yes, and I want a large fry. Can you say that? Can you say I would love to get you a large fry, little sis? So she's like, look, I'm not doing this with you, okay? You're gonna get your food, okay? She's like, don't spit in my sandwich. She's like, why would I do that? You're my little sister. So she's like, yeah, well, have fun on your date. So I remember she hung up the phone with her little sister. She's like, David, I'm sorry about my sister. I was like, no, your sister's kind of funny. She's like, she is not funny. She's blackmailing me. I'm like, so do your mom know you're having sex? She's like, no, not really. I mean, I didn't outright come out and say that we're fucking, but I think she has a clue that something's going on. She asked about all those nights you was at the house and stuff, and why was you leaving so late every time? And then she was like, what are y'all doing in that room? Like, what are y'all doing so, like, entertaining that he can't leave until 7 o'clock in the morning? Like, what are y'all doing? I know y'all not looking at movies. So, I mean, I think deep down she knows that you're screwing me. I'm like, you think so? She's like, deep down, I think she knows. Deep down, I think she has like an idea that something is going on. I mean, we're living in the times where 12-year-olds have sex. Like, it's happening. Like, they don't even wait now. Like, people are having sex pretty quick now. So it's like, it's not going to be that surprising to my mom if we are engaging in sex. So it's like, I think that's probably why she's trying to rush me on that birth control. So I'm like, oh, okay. So like, yep. That was the first thing she said. So I'm like, are you my baby? She's like, yeah, of course I'm your baby. I'm like, you promise? She's like, yeah, I promise. So, so she's like, look, I'm not gonna like my mom is not gonna stop me from being with you. Like, I will literally, and I never said this before, but I would literally run away to be your girl. I'm like, you will? Say, I mean, yeah, I love you, like a lot. I'm like, you do? Say, yes. And it's not because you were my first, which you are my first, to like do every sexual thing to me, but like yeah, like I really, really care about you and I like you a lot and you're my boyfriend and I like being around you. I'm like, oh girl, you so damn thick. I can't wait. She's like, can you fuck me right here? I mean, don't seem like too many people are around. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tear that ass up. She's like, yes, tear it up, Big Daddy. Tear it up, Big Daddy. So I'm beating it up or whatever. And I remember I was turning that ass up, man. I remember her ass was clapping really hard. Like I was beating it up so fast, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I was thinking about as I was having sex with Madeline, just like sometimes it shocked me the girls I be dating or the girls I end up with. But you know, my dad who was God, he told me like the girls that you would date or the girls that you know end up dating is gonna surprise you the type of girls you're gonna date because you're not gonna be dating the same type of celebrity girls. So sometimes you're gonna date a lot of different celebrity girls that you never thought in a million years that you would actually date, make your girlfriend, or even marry, you know? So yeah, it was surprising me that I was actually with this girl, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was beating it up, I was turning it up, boy, I mean like going in, I ain't gonna lie. But she was letting me though. She was letting me. It's not like it wasn't really too much she can do, but take it because I was like, I had the way I had her thighs. She couldn't go nowhere, so she was letting me beat it up or whatever, and I definitely was getting it in there. So I remember after we was done having sex, I was kissing on her, and she was getting all these notifications onto her phone, and all the notifications they was like saying stuff like it was saying stuff like there were messages like DMs sent to like her phone and stuff like that. And she was like, now her mom kind of like actually her mom doesn't kind of run her account. She runs her account now, which is weird because at first her mom was kind of running her account, but she runs her account now. So she was getting the DMs, right? So she's like, I'm not even gonna answer this shit. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, you wanna go back to my apartment? She's like, I would love to go back to your apartment. I'm like, okay. I mean, like after the date, she's like, I would love to, David. I'm like, but what about your sister food? She's like, we can drop it off to her and then we can go back to your apartment. We don't. I don't even have to get out the car. I call her and she has a cell phone, so I can call her and tell her to come out and get the damn food and then we can pull off. I'm like, you sure? It's like, I am sure. I'm like, okay. So I remember a group of girls come over. They like, David, we're so excited for all those musicals you got coming out next month. Well, it is June, right? I'm like, well, June is like in like another day or so, but yeah. She's like, so this is your new girlfriend? I'm like, yeah. She's like, so I'm like, well, actually, this is June. Yeah, something like yeah, June is like tomorrow. She's like, yeah, yeah, we know. David, can we get some pictures and autographs? But wait a minute, we have to say this to her. What's your name? Cause we know you that Disney star girl from that dumbass show. She like what stupid show? She like that stupid show where y'all play like detectives and all that stuff. Supposed to be like a scary show where it's like ghosts and stuff. That show is stupid. That's like one of the worst shows that Disney can ever make. She's like, if it was the worst show, then why did it run for 3 seasons? She was like, it only ran for 3 seasons because it was the worst show. So she was like, okay, is that what you wanted to say to me that the show was stupid? She's like, no. Uh, girl, what are you doing out here? Ain't you like 10 years old? She's like, I'm 14 years old and I am allowed to have a boyfriend. I mean, just because a girl play on Disney don't make them a little girl. Y'all need to, I mean, y'all not gonna put me in no box like Demi Lovato or Selena Gomez or Miley Cyrus. Y'all not gonna put me in a box like that and oh, she's a Disney star girl and she's too young to have a boyfriend. I can have a boyfriend anytime I want to. So they like, yeah, but we just saw David having sex with you and it was pretty damn graphic. So she's like, okay, so what? I'm not allowed to have sex? I'm not allowed to let my boyfriend do sexual stuff to me? We're not allowed to get intimate? that is the point of having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, to get intimate with each other. So she's like, yeah, but you're 14. She's like, yeah, I am 14. So what is the problem? She's like, I know your mother don't know you having sex. She's like, no, she doesn't. My mother doesn't know that we're having sex. You're right. What, you're gonna go tell her? I mean, you don't even know my mom, so how the hell you gonna tell her? So she's like, first of all, first of all, I'm not gonna tell your mother anything. And you're right, I don't know your mother to tell her that her daughter's a slut. She's like, a slut? So let me get this straight. If this was you, you wouldn't let David have sex with you? She's like, yeah, I would. She's like, okay, so what's the problem? Oh, it's because I'm doing this. She's like, you're too young. I'm 17. She's like, oh, because I'm a slut because I'm 14 and having sex, so that makes me a slut. She's like, exactly. She's like, yeah, well, I don't really care because I'm still gonna have sex with David, because I'm his girlfriend. So you either can accept it or not. But you know what? I honestly really don't care at this point. So she's like, yeah, I can see that you actually don't. She's like, yeah, but can me and my boyfriend get back to our date? So she's like, yeah, after he signed pictures and autographs. She's like, oh my God, no, he's not doing that. David, let's go. So I'm like, but wait, I can take some pictures. Like, no, you can't. You're on a date. And they need to realize that sometimes that you need to kind of be like regular sometimes. You don't have to always, do what they want. Yeah, I get it. They're your fans and you always want to be there for them. But you have to be there for your girlfriend too. And you're on a date with your girlfriend. Let's go. So we get in the car and she's like, David, I wanna let's go get her food and then we can just go back to your apartment. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, let's just do that. I'm like, all right. So we get the food and then we drop it off to her little sister. So she was like, hey girl, come and get the food. She's like, that was quick. That was a quick date. She's like, well, I'm going back to his apartment, so the date is not really over. And plus his daughters is with us. So she's like, oh, he brought his babies on a date. She's like, well, he's a daddy. He has to, she's like, how does it feel to date someone that's already a father? She's like, you know what? Come out here and get this food so we can leave. So she grabbed the food and she's like, do I tell mommy you're outside? She's like, no, you do not. So I remember we go to my apartment, and the first thing she wanted to do is, have sex. She was like kissing all over me. I was grabbing her ass. I bent her over the stove, and then I start like pretty much beating it up or whatever. Now, I think she did that because a lot of people saying she's too young to have a boyfriend, and she's just like in her mind, she's like, I'm not gonna keep letting them tell me how old I should be to have a boyfriend or how old I should be to have sex. Like I'm not gonna let them tell me when is it my time to do all this stuff. So I remember after we was done having sex, she wanted to go on her Instagram live, which I was okay with. I mean, I don't be really like, when these girls be going live and stuff, I really don't be like, telling them that they can't go live, you know what I'm saying? So I remember she goes live and she's like, y'all, so I gotta talk to y'all. So listen, I was just on a date with my boyfriend David. Yes, the actor, the famous A-list actor and pop star David Sims. And we have a TV series coming out on Netflix called David Sims Wizard of Oz, June the 12th. And it's a musical, obviously. And I hate the fact that y'all think that I'm too young to have a boyfriend. Or the fact that I'm too young to even be intimate with my boyfriend. I mean, like, if I decide to do all that stuff, that's my decision. And at the end of the day, it's my damn body. But I can't stand because everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know how you feel about shit? Everybody's entitled to that stuff. So it's like, I can't tell you how to think or what to think, But I can tell you this. I can tell you this that if you see me and my boyfriend David out on an actual damn date, like you can keep your comments and shit to yourself. You don't have to walk all the way over there to start or pick a damn argument with me just because you're jealous and you want to be the one to have sex with David. Because this girl sounded so stupid. So she calls me a slut because I got intimate with my boyfriend, right? She calls me a slut. And I was like, okay, so what makes me a slut? So she was just like, because you're, having sex with your boyfriend. And I was just like, okay, so if it was you having sex with David, or if he wanted to have sex with you, would you let him? And she gonna say, yeah, I would let him. So I'm like, so why does it make me a damn slut? She's like, because you're 14 and I'm 17. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, who cares about the fucking age? Like, who really cares about that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all really think y'all be sounding really sophisticated and smart when y'all just sound stupid as hell, because there is 12-year-olds that is having sex or getting pregnant, 13-year-olds having sex with like 18-year-old boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I have met these fucking girls that have really older boyfriends. Like, I have met a 13-year-old that was dating an actual 20-year-old. And I know, yeah, that's definitely creepy, but she was dating him. They were having sex. Like, and the girl doesn't look 13. She look like she about 17. But what I'm saying is like, I know these type of girls. And it's like, you ain't gonna stop a girl from doing what she wanna do with her body. You're not gonna stop her. You think that you're gonna stop a girl from feeling how she feel? Like, I'm just letting y'all know, like, there's no way you're gonna stop that girl. And you're not gonna stop me because I'm a girl and I have needs. So you're definitely not gonna stop me. So if you think that you're gonna stop me from feeling a certain way, then you got another thing coming. So she's like, I only got on here so I can just tell y'all to, like, when y'all see me and David on a date, to be like very respectful. Y'all don't gotta be all disrespectful and rude and stuff, because I know when that damn series come out on Netflix, I know y'all gonna enjoy it. I know y'all gonna like it. And I know y'all gonna, be all over that shit. So it's like, and I get it. Y'all only seeing it or watching it for David. I totally understand that. But at the same time, I am his girlfriend, so I kind of need that same respect. Not like the way y'all give David, but just a little bit of that shit. So she's like, anyway, that's all I want to say. And that just because I'm 14 doesn't make me a little ass girl. Like, don't, please stop bringing my damn age up. Like, and stop saying, oh, you too young because you played on that Disney show and all this stuff. Talking about, I'm not 10 years old. I'm 14 years old. Okay. I'm not a 10-year-old girl. Okay. And I will be 15 this year. So I just thought I would lay all that out there before y'all start before y'all start going out there making up shit and fabricating stories and stuff like how y'all normally do. So I remember after she got off of there, me and Madeline, she wanted to make something to eat. So Madeline was making something to eat, and I'm like, Madeline, what the hell is that? So she's like, you don't like that? I'm like, what is that? She's like, it's my special recipe. I'm like, Madeline, that looks nasty as shit. It's like, see, to you it looks nasty, but to me it is really, really good. I'm like, you make this all the time? It's like, at home, yeah, I make this all the time. Me and my sister, we turn this thing up. I'm like, you do? It's like, yeah, it's really good. I'm like, I don't know how y'all can eat that. That looks very nasty. It's like, what is nasty about it? I'm like, you just mixed all that stuff. Like, ew, you mixed it all together. Macaroni and cheese and fries and stuff. And you and your chicken, you mixed that all. It's like, David, I'm telling you, it's really good. I'm like, okay, it's like, you might not think so, but I'm telling you, it's good. If you haven't even tried that, how you gonna slander it? You haven't even tried it. I'm like, I don't need to. It looked messy as shit. It's like, all right, you know what? You don't have to try none of my meal because I just eat it all for myself. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I remember Bow Wow calls me up. He like, David, what up? I'm like, what's up, Bow Wow? He like, you ain't forget about my daughter, did you? This Sunday. I'm like, yo, why are you so fucking loud? He's like, all right, you dating that Disney Star girl? I'm like, yeah. He like, you fucking her, you fucking the shit out that white girl, ain't you? I know you fucking her ass. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you turn her little white ass up. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, yo? Why are you asking me this shit? He was like, you coming in here? Cause you know that girl gonna end up pregnant. You better be strapping up fucking that little ass white girl. I'm like, look, man. He's like, cause I know you busting in that girl. I'm like, look, don't worry about what I'm doing with her. He's like, all right. I'm just saying, you gonna ruin that girl's life at 14 years old. I'm like, look, having babies is not a bad thing. It's like, yo, that girl ain't ready to be no damn mother. I don't care how grown her ass acts. She ain't ready to be no damn mother. I'm like, okay. So like, that girl haven't even lived life yet. You think she ready to be a damn mommy? So I'm like, okay, it's like David. When I found out I was having a kid, my firstborn, my daughter, I wasn't even ready to be a damn father. I'm like, and you still not ready. So he's like, David, that shit ain't funny. I'm ready now. I wasn't ready then, but I'm ready now. I'm like, oh yeah, you ready now? So he's like, David, this ain't even about me. Okay, this ain't about me. All I'm saying is, I don't care if you fuck that little ass girl. I don't care. I don't care if you bust a million nuts in that bitch. I don't care. But all I'm saying is, strap up. I'm like, no, I'm not. Because if I'm busting her and I have a condom on, that means that my nut is going inside the condom. I'm killing babies. That's what you gotta understand. You're murdering babies before they even come. I'm not a murderer. So no, I'm not putting on a condom and murdering babies. Because if the sperm comes out as a baby, that sperm is coming into the fucking damn condom. So he like, put my foot up in it. All right. So I was telling Bow Wow that I don't like wearing condoms because when you come in a condom, you pretty much like murdering babies when the sperm goes inside of a condom. And so he was like, "Oh yeah, I get what you're saying." So I'm like, "So look, yeah, I'm not wearing no condoms." He's like, "Yo, just be prepared, cause I'm telling you, you gonna knock that girl up, yo. I'm telling you, that girl, cause your nut is strong as shit, which is why I'm scared for you to go out on a date with my damn 13-year-old daughter. She thinking about that stuff too. She up there in the mirror, shaking and twerking and stuff. So it's like, I'm telling you right now, man, you better keep your hands to yourself. I'm telling you right now, David. I'm like, yo, Bow Wow, you asked me to take your damn daughter out. I didn't fucking call you and ask you, can I take your damn daughter out? So he's like, David, but you can kind of fuck her and get away with it, David, because you 16 and she 13. That's a 3 years difference. You actually can get away with that shit. So I'm like, yeah, he's like, all I'm saying is, if she come on to you, you better not screw my daughter. You better not fuck my daughter. So I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna do anything to your daughter. He's like, I'm dead ass fucking serious, David. I'm trusting you with my life. Cause you my man, yo. We cool. I'm serious as shit, David. You better not fuck my daughter. So I'm like, yo, how did this even turn around to your damn daughter? So he's like, yo, anyway, would you come look at a movie with my daughter today? I'm like, today? Like, yeah, man. She want you look. You can still take her out, but this is part of her birthday present. She want to watch a movie with you, and I'm trusting your ass. I'm gonna leave y'all alone, and you better not fuck my daughter. So I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna do nothing with your damn daughter. He like, I'm dead ass fucking serious. I'm dead ass, David. I'm like dead ass fucking serious. You better not do nothing with my damn daughter. I'm like, all right, man. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing with your daughter. He like, I'm dead serious. So I get out the phone with him, right? And so I remember, I remember Madeline was like, "Who the hell was that?" I'm like, "Yo, that's my best friend Bow Wow." She was like, "Bow Wow? Is that the rapper Little Bow Wow?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she was like, "Oh, he sounds stupid as hell. What is wrong with him?" I'm like, "Look, I don't know." She's like, "Oh, so if he's afraid of you having sex with his daughter, why in the hell would he even want you to be alone with her?" So I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "So how old is she?" I'm like, "Well, she's like 13. Well, she's 12 now, but she'll be like 13, I guess, like this Sunday coming up." So she was like, "Oh, well, I mean, yo, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna do nothing with that little girl." So I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, what I do with that little girl? I mean, what actually do with that girl?" She's like, "Yeah, right." So all I remember is she ate her food. It got really messy while she was eating her food. She's like, "David, that was so good." I'm like, "Look at your fingers, Madeline. All that macaroni and cheese and stuff. Look at all that stuff on your hands." She's like, "I know, it's messy as hell, ain't it?" I'm like, "Yeah, look at all that shit." So she's like, "I told you, it's good." I'm like, "You didn't tell me a damn thing. Don't touch me with them hands." She's like, "What? You don't want me to touch you?" I'm like, "No." It's like, "No, okay, okay, all right, I'll go wash my hands." So she go wash her hands or whatever, right? Then she washing her hands. I bent her over and pretty much tore her ass up. Now look, um, I took her home around like 10:30 at night, right? And her mom was getting kind of mad about that because she was supposed to come home at like 8:30, but I took her home around like almost 11 o'clock at night. And so she wasn't really feeling that I brought her daughter home really late. I ain't really get to talk to the mom or anything like that. But she was just like, "Madeline, what time are you supposed to be home?" She was like, "I forgot." She's like, "When was your curfew?" She's like, "I don't know. You never said it." She's like, "I told you to be in this house at 8:30. It is 11 o'clock at night. You are not, you know what? I'm gonna ground you." She's like, "For what?" I mean, I forgot. I lost track of time. She was like, "What was you doing at your boyfriend's house? Your sister told me you went to his apartment. What was y'all doing there?" She's like, "Nothing." She's like, "Okay, so y'all wasn't doing anything, but you just come strolling in here close to midnight." She's like, "Mom, can I just go to bed, okay?" So she's like, "Can you just go to bed?" Who do you think you're talking to? Don't you just walk up to me and tell me, "Can you just go to bed?" Okay, because I'm asking you a damn question. Okay, so don't tell me can you just do any damn thing. Don't ask me that. Because I'll tell you when it's time for you to go to bed, okay? And right now I'm talking to you. So when I'm done talking to you, then you can go to bed, okay? So don't ask me, "Can you just do any damn thing?" Okay, it's like, "Mom, I'm sleepy. Can we talk about it in the morning?" It's like, "No, we can't talk about it in the morning. No, we gonna talk about it right the hell now. We can't just talk about it in the morning. We gonna talk about it right now." So she's like, "Mom, okay, whatever." So all I remember is she's like, "Mom, we didn't do anything, okay? Like, we went out on a date. We got some food for my little sister, which is your daughter. We dropped the food off and went to his apartment and looked at some movies, and I fell asleep. That's it." She's like, "So y'all not having sex?" I'm gonna find out tomorrow anyway when I take you to the doctors. So you might as well confess up. You might as well just tell me the truth now. Because if I find out tomorrow other than wise, you're gonna be in a world of damn trouble. So if you're sitting up here in my face lying to me, if you lying to me, just know that I'm gonna know that you lying to me. So she like, "Mom." She like, "No, it ain't no damn mom. Okay, it's no damn mom. Okay, so I'm giving you a chance to tell me the damn truth. So either you tell me or I'm gonna find out another damn way. So you gonna sit here and keep going with this damn story that y'all looking at movies? That's what you want to keep going for, huh? Because you know that I was a teenager one time. Okay, so I'm not appreciating you lying to me like I'm some stupid ass mother." So she's like, "Mom, I didn't say you was dumb. Nobody said anything." She's like, "So is this your story? This is what you're going with? That y'all was just looking at movies. This is what you're going with?" She's like, "Mom, yes, this is what I'm going with because nothing happened." She's like, "You do realize that I'm taking your ass. You do realize that I'm taking you to the fucking damn hospital. I'm taking you to a clinic. And I will find out the damn truth tomorrow. So you might as well tell me the truth. It's like, what, that we're having sex? What, that he's fucking me? Is that what you want to know? Huh? You want to know, Dave? She's like, you want to know, Mom? Is that what you want to know? You want to know if David's screwing me? He is screwing me. Okay? That's what you want to know? You want me to confess? That is what we were doing. Okay? Having sex. So she was like, get your ass in your room. I'm tired of even looking at you. I ain't tell you to be sarcastic. She's like, I wasn't being sarcastic. You want to know? You want to know the truth? Since you're going to find out the truth anyway. Yes, me and David are having sex. So she's like, y'all having sex? She's like, yes, we are. So she's like, okay. Well, your ass going on birth control any damn way. She's like, whatever, Mom. So she goes upstairs. She's like, hey, look, I'm not going to keep on dealing with your damn attitude, girl. You keep on giving me this damn attitude, talking about something, whatever. And can you just do anything? You can't just do whatever the hell you want to do. You better stop with this damn attitude, girl. I don't know who the hell you think you talking to. Cause you think you grown? Is that what it is? Cause I'm gonna show you who grown when I put my damn foot up your damn ass. Now what you say? Say it again. So she's like, I ain't say nothing. So she's like, okay, you keep on thinking you grown and I'm gonna show you who grown in a minute. So I remember her daughter was like, Madeline she was just not really paying attention to her mother. She went in the room, she took a shower and stuff. She kind of was happy and relieved that she told her mom the truth that we are having sex. It's not like, it's not the end of the world. Everybody's pretty much having sex now, you know what I'm saying? So the mother was kind of angry about it a little bit that me and her are having sex, but it's like, it's not really anything you can do about it. So the mom, she calls up like Netflix can do something about it. We just in partnership together. We in partnership together. It's not too much that Netflix can really fucking do. So yeah, she called up Netflix and she's telling Netflix everything that happened. So they're like, yeah, that's not really that's not really something that we get involved in. So she like, what are you talking about? My daughter is 14 years old. She's like, they was like, yeah, and David is 16. So she was like, yeah, but he's like a damn robot. It's like a robot having sex with my daughter. So they like, can a robot make babies? Yeah, David technically doesn't age and stuff like that, which is why he has a biopic movie coming out about his life. That'll tell you everything about him. So she like, I don't want to know everything about him. I want him to stop screwing my damn daughter. So they like, look, if you worried about your 14-year-old daughter getting pregnant, you should put her ass on birth control. You better do it early because David make babies pretty damn fast. So she like, so it's nothing you can do. She's like, look, we got renewed for a second season for the show David Sims Wizard of Oz. We need your daughter. And even if she do end up pregnant, we're not going to start shooting for a while anyway. But we do definitely need your daughter. She's the star of it too. So she makes the story. So she's like, so what are you saying? So they're like, look, David's a damn trillionaire. He got a lot of money. So you kind of hit the jackpot. So it's like, if she does end up pregnant, you're going to be set financially for life. So she like, he's a what? He's a trillionaire? So they're like, yes, he has a lot of money. So it's like, you really don't have to worry about nothing. If he's really interested in your daughter, then I think you should be cool with that. That's like, you're literally in a royal ass family right now. So I think you should enjoy it. Get whatever you can get out of it. She's like, yeah, but I don't want to pimp out my daughter. So they like, pimp out your daughter? She's willingly giving him the booty. So it's not like he's forcing himself onto that girl. They're both in an agreement to have sex with each other. They like each other. That your daughter is dating David. So what I'm saying is like, you're not actually pimping out your daughter. She's like, yeah, but that's how other people are going to see it. So they're like, look, we get that people like to talk, and they do. But what you got to understand is it doesn't matter what anybody says. Okay? The only thing that matters is that you know the truth. Yes, people will always speculate and say she's pimping on her daughter. I can't believe she's doing this to her daughter. Like everybody has their theories, and that's all it is. It's just theories. That's all it is. Every day somebody wakes up with a damn theory. Every day. Somebody wakes up with a theory. And the reason why we have these damn theories is because do you even know what a theory is? A theory is something that you don't even know is true. You don't know it's true. So you having a theory of maybe it could be true. You know, this maybe could happen or this maybe is going on. That is a damn theory. It's not actually accurate. So just because somebody would say so and so is pimping out her 14-year-old Disney star daughter and all this stuff, that don't mean that it's actually true because you know the story and your daughter knows the story. It's, you know, so you don't really have to have nothing to worry about. And you shouldn't be worrying about if somebody gonna say that about you. You shouldn't even have that thought in your mind. She's like, all right, well, nice talking to you. She's like, yeah. So they was like, yeah, yeah, okay. But we gotta go. So nice, yeah. So they hang up the phone. Our mom was pretty. She was like kind of okay with it at the talk with Netflix and everything, but she still was kind of mad and on the edge and stuff like that. But she was all right, I guess. So I remember, you know, Bow Wow was still calling me because he wanted me to. I look, I'm like, in my mind, I'm not trying to watch no movie with his damn daughter. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she's not a beautiful girl. She is. But, you know, I know how Bow Wow felt about his damn daughter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get involved with that shit. So I'm like, I'm leaving that alone. So now I remember um, I'm looking at this damn friend request, and the girl that sent me this friend request on my website, she another Disney Star girl. She played on like this Disney show. It was like a fast car that talked and stuff like that. It's called, I think it was called Fast Lenny or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, she sent me this friend request, and I sent her the friend request back, and then we ended up chatting a little bit, and she called me. So I'm like, hello. She's like, hi. I'm like, hey. So what's your name? So she tell me her name. I'm like, well, I'm gonna give you a nickname. I'm gonna call you Fast Girl. You know, Fast Car Girl. She's like, well, because of the show on Disney. I'm like, yeah. And you know, you're a really pretty girl. She's like, okay. I'm like, so do you got a boyfriend? Are you talking to anybody? She's like, no, not really. I'm like, so how old are you? She's like, 14. I'm like, well, shit, I'll be 15 this year. I'm like, you was like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing up this late? She's like, just I don't know. I couldn't sleep, so I just thought I would get on your website and you know, I just thought I would connect with you. I didn't think you actually would like talk to me on the phone or anything. I'm like, you didn't think so? It's like, no. So I'm like, oh, okay. So are you like, where are you? It's like, um, at my home, just like laying in the bed. I'm like, so you got on night clothes, huh? It's like, yes, I have on night clothes. I'm like, she's like, you like Disney Star girls, don't you? I'm like, why? It's like mostly all your girlfriends are Disney Star girls. I'm like, all my girlfriends are Disney Star girls. I dated Nick. First of all, I dated, you know, Nickelodeon girls before. The girls I play. I mean, I date girls that played on Nickelodeon. She's like, you have? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't date all Disney Star girls, but I mean, I guess I kind of get what you're saying. So I'm like, so can I come and see you? She's like, yeah, sure. So I remember I come to her house and she opens the door. She has on like this long T-shirt with like this cartoon character on there. It was like a long T-shirt, but it looked like a nightgown at the same time. So yeah, she had that on, and it was like long and all that stuff. And she opened the door, and she took me upstairs in her room. So I'm like, so where's your parents at? Like they here. So like, actually they're on a business trip. I'm actually here with like my aunt, but she's definitely like she went out to dinner with some guy. She's probably gonna be back in the morning. So I'm like, so you just here by yourself? She's like, yeah, really, basically, yeah. And I got bored. I was just in my room and just like, I don't know, didn't know what to do. And it wasn't really anything to watch on TV. Besides your movies, I mean, I love looking at your movies and TV shows, but it's like, besides that, it's not really anything worth watching or been watching. So I was just like really bored. And then I decided to just get on your website and shoot my shot, try to see if you would, I guess connect with me. So we did end up looking at TV, right? And then I start like, touching on her breasts and everything like that. And she's like looking over at me. And she's like, well, I must tell you, I haven't had sex before. I'm like, so you're not like you're a virgin. She's like, I mean, yeah, but I'm open up for some stuff. I mean, if we do have sex tonight, you're not gonna go around telling people we had sex on the first night we met. I'm like, I mean, of course not. She's like, you sure? I'm like, look, I don't go running my mouth about people I make love to. And I mean, especially girls that I'm trying to make my girlfriend. She's like, so you're trying to make me your girlfriend? I'm like, yeah, actually I am. I'm trying to make you my girlfriend. So she's like, okay. So I guess then that would be what we're doing tonight. I guess we're gonna have sex. So I'm like, I mean, yeah, but you don't gotta look so nervous. Like, I'm not trying to. So we did end up having sex, and I had to pop her cherry. But I do like this girl. I mean, it was something different about this girl. I mean, I never really looked at the show on Disney. I know she played doing it and everything, but I never really looked at it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely did it. It was good, and she definitely enjoyed it. So after we was done, she was like, I actually can't believe we did it. Like, like actually had sex. I can't believe we did it. Can you believe it? So I'm like, I actually can't believe it. It's like, look, David. I mean, I know this is your first time meeting me and stuff, and I don't know if I'm gonna see you again. I'm like, you are. I mean, we got each other numbers and stuff. She's like, so you're gonna see me? I'm like, yeah. It's like, what about us going out on a date and hanging out and stuff? Can we do that too? I'm like, yeah. I mean, of course. She's like, okay, I like that. But you gotta know that I mean I am like like 15, so I can't get pregnant. But if I mean I guess if I do get pregnant, I mean there's nothing we can do about it, right? I'm like, I mean yeah, I guess so. That's a good way to look at it. She's like, yeah, right. So I remember we did end up having a lot of sex, which I'm not gonna lie, it was really good. What I'm saying? Let's just say that it was thoroughly really good. I really did enjoy it. So, um, I remember, her auntie came home a little early, but not with the guys. She came home a little early, and she was like, "Oh, that's my aunt. She's here." Oh man, I thought she was gonna be out all night. Can you wait right here in my room? I'll be right back. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead. She go downstairs. She's like, hey, auntie, I thought the date was going well. She's like, yeah, I thought so too. Until the guy wife showed up on the date. Yeah, she showed up on a date, and he was married, and he put his ring in his pocket. So who goes on a dating app and pretends to not be married? I mean, this man has a whole family at home. I am never going on a dating app ever again. I mean, goddamn, like, does anybody tell the truth nowadays? Like, goddamn, everybody's a damn liar. Like, what the hell? I mean, this man doesn't even want to claim his own family. Like, you're married with kids and you're acting like you're not married and you're not a damn father. Like, on his profile, it says he's single. He's not a dad. And it's like, you're really like, what the hell? So, yeah, I think he's not gonna be married no time soon because she's definitely filing for divorce. I mean, like, you're online lying about your life. Like you're online telling females that you're not married or you don't have kids and you're completely single and you're looking for someone to start a family with. And you're fucking married. So yeah, his wife came, pretty much messed the whole damn date up. But you know what? I'm kind of glad she did come because I'm happy that we didn't even actually start having sex because I'm glad that I found out this early than later down the line. And if I ended up pregnant with his baby and stuff, I'm glad I found out now than very later. So, yeah, he was trying to talk his way out of it, but he just couldn't. He could not talk his way out of it. He was definitely done for. His ass was cooked. So she was like, "Oh, okay. So you're not going back out?" She's like, "Why do you want me to go out so bad? I mean, is you got company upstairs or something?" She's like, "No, I was just, actually, usually, you stay out, all night." It's like, "Well, I'm not going out ever again, especially with no damn guy. These damn guys are full of it. They all liars. All of them online. They all lie about their profiles. None of them tell the damn truth. So it's like, I'm done with these damn dating sites. I'm done with all of this shit." So she's like, okay, that's good to know. Um, you know, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll just talk to you in the morning. Okay, auntie? So she's like, "Yeah, but why do you have that look in your eyes?" Like, what look? She's like, "That creepy look in your eyes." Like, I don't know what you mean. She's like, "Yeah, I think you do." So she's like, "Look, David, she's like, my aunt is here. I don't know, she probably come in this room." I'm like, "Do she usually come in the room?" She's like, "She doesn't usually come in the room, but I think she is gonna come in the room." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Yeah." So I'm thinking that I will see you a little later. I mean, I do want to have sex again. I definitely do, and it was very like fun and stuff. Are you sure we're gonna see each other again? I'm like, I'm definitely sure. It's like, okay. I mean, I want to have sex with you. Maybe I can sneak up to your truck. I'm like, okay, it's like, okay, come on. So we snuck out, right? We snuck out to my truck, and she was like, all right, probably only got an hour tops. So she gets on top of me, and I'm like, no, I want to beat it up from the back. She's like, okay. So I'm beating it up from the back or whatever, and I was turning it up. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was really good. I can't cap on that. It was really thoroughly good. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember after we was done having sex, she went in there with her auntie and then went back to her room. I told her that I wanted her to send me some, nude photos because I love them nude photos, man. I love when girls send me naked photos of their bodies. Just let me know more what I'm working with. So I remember Selena Gomez called me up and she's like, "David." I'm like, "Hey," she's like, "David, I'm done with all my events and stuff, so I'm coming back home." I'm like, "You are?" She's like, "Yep, I'm on the plane right now on my way back to the apartment." I'm like, "So how was everything? How was the events?" She was like, "It was cool. It was, okay. I was thinking about you a lot." And I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it was boring, but I mean, like, I'm used to all the cameras in my face. I mean, you're famous too, so you already know how this stuff go, David. I don't got to tell you, but it was okay. I mean, it was how it usually be. And so, I just really couldn't wait for everything to be over and so I can just come back home. And I'm on the plane right now, and I am coming back home because I miss you and I want to have sex. Like, I'm super horny. I'm like, "You are?" It's like, yeah, I'm really, really, really wet right now. So I'm definitely, when you see me, you better beat it up. I'm like, "Oh, I better tear it up." I was like, "Yes, tear it up, tear it all the way up." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's like, "Yes, get it in there." So I'm like, "Okay." It's like, so I guess I'll see you in a few hours. I'll see you like bright. I'll see you in the morning. I'm like, in the morning. She's like, yes, I'll see you in the morning. So I love you. I'm like, I love you too. It's like, you want me to send you some photos? I can go into the bathroom, send you some pictures. I'm like, so you like looking at my booty. I'm like, I do like looking at your booty. He's like, okay, I'm gonna send you some photos. I'm like, you are? He's like, yeah. I mean, you're my boyfriend, and I want you to look at my body. And you do want to look at my body, right? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay. So I will send you some photos. So I'm like, yes, you do that. It's like, I will do that. So she sent me some pictures and stuff like that, like right away. As soon as we got off the phone, she sent me like photos, and I was like, damn, she is thick though. Even though I got Selena Gomez pregnant, she is still, I think she's still sexy. She get a little bit insecure and be thinking she's not sexy, but I think she's still attractive. That's just my opinion. But anyway, so I'm outside Madeline house, right? It's like now it's like 12, I would say 12:50, going on 1 o'clock in the morning. So I called her Madeline. It's like, hello, David. I'm like, yeah, I want to fuck you. It's like, okay, can we go to your apartment? Cause I mean, I can sneak out. Everybody sleep now, and they're not gonna know I'm gone. I'm like, yeah, come on, hurry up. It's like, okay, yeah. I'm like, just come with your night clothes on. Don't put no clothes on. It's like, all right, okay. So she come right out with her night clothes on, get in the car. We go straight to my apartment, and I bent her over, and I'm like beating it up, turning it up real bad. And, you know, I mean, I was really horny, so I was like beating it up. I get into that mode where I get extremely horny. I just go crazy. So yeah, I'm beating it up real bad, and she's like screaming real loud and stuff. And then we in the bed. It's like, oh my God, David, you never fucked me that crazy before. I mean, you definitely like when we have sex, you be deep in there, but like you were really in there this time. I'm like, yeah, sure. I thought I was gonna die. I thought, wow, like you were like not playing tonight. I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, David, I don't wanna get on birth control. I'm like, you don't? It's like, I wanna have your babies. I'm like, you do? He's like, yeah. I know you'll be in their life, and I know you'll be a good father. I'm like, would you be my wife? She's like, you want me to marry you? I'm like, yeah. It's like, are you serious? I mean, you're not playing around with me, are you? I mean, you're serious. I'm like, yeah. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of seasons of that show, and I really like you, and I like definitely having sex with you, and I know for sure I'm definitely gonna get you pregnant. So she's like, oh, okay, yes, I will. I'll marry you. I'm like, you was like, yeah, but you have to have a ring to actually propose. I'm like, you're my girl. You're more than my girl. She's like, I'd love to be your girl. So the paparazzi caught me and her. Like the paparazzi caught, like they caught her coming and getting into my truck. So they had the video of Madeline sneaking out the house, going into my car, or whatever. But it's no secret. Everybody knows that we're dating, so it's not like we're trying to keep it a secret. Everybody knows we're dating. So I go on my website while Madeline is pretty much sleeping on my chest or whatever, and I'm pretty much grabbing her ass as she sleep. And my fans, I got the earphones on because I didn't want to wake up Madeline. So my fans, they like, y'all, all right, so let's be real. We all know David is having sex with that Disney star girl, that Madeline girl. So there's video of her sneaking out the house and getting into David's truck. Okay, we guess what's happening. I'm pretty sure he's definitely screwing her. And at this point, she's about to end up pregnant real fast. I mean, like, definitely. It's a no-brainer that we already know David's not using a condom when he screwed this girl. So we can almost imagine that she's definitely going to get pregnant. It might be something already in the damn oven. Because how David works, like he puts babies and girls pretty damn fast. Like he works fast. So, like what I'm saying is like we're not all going to be surprised if she gets online and be like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, I know I'm not going to be surprised if she says it because, I mean, the girl was literally caught on camera sneaking outside in the middle of the night, getting in his truck with night clothes on. I mean, like, he's pretty much up in there. He's beating it up. It's no damn, but she's not denying it though. She's not online. She went live on her Instagram live. She's not denying that they're having sex. She's not saying they're not having sex, or she's not saying that they're not doing it. She's actually pretty much confirming it. She's saying that they're getting intimate and stuff, and intimate means fucking. So it's like she's not denying it. She didn't say that they're not having sex and stuff, or she's not online lying, saying, oh, we're just friends. You know how, like, first of all, let's bring up Zendaya, because Zendaya, she tried this shit. For a long time, she was dating Tom, right? Everybody knew that shit, but she went online and kept telling people that they were just friends, when in reality, they were really fucking dating. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how long you gonna lie to people before we actually fucking know that y'all dating? Like, it's like, what is the point of even lying at this point? Like, we know y'all fucking couple, so it's like you going online talking about, oh, he's just my friend, we just good friends. The only reason why she came out and told the truth, cause she got caught kissing in that car. They got caught lacking, and that's the only reason why she confessed to that shit. Because I feel like if she never got caught kissing him in that car, she never would have came clean. She probably would have kept lying to us somehow. We just friends and that's all we are and all this shit like that. And she looked at it and was like, well, everybody already seen this shit. So it's like, we might as well just go ahead and just confess this shit now. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why she and that's not probably, that's why she confessed, because she got caught lacking. She got caught lacking hard. So it's like, what I'm saying to you is, this Disney Star girl did not lie. She did not say that they're not, she didn't like get online and be like, oh, we're not dating. We're not doing, the girl, she got online and straight up confessed. She said, yes, I'm his girlfriend. Yes, we're getting intimate. So I'm not even on here to bash this girl because, at the end of the day, she can do whatever the fuck she wants to, and she clearly is. So, I mean, if she get in trouble with her mom, that's between her and her mother. That has nothing to do with us. But at the same time, I think this shit is kind of funny because I can only imagine how her mother is gonna react to this shit. I can only imagine. So I remember I get offline. I mean, everybody was kind of talking about it, like my fans and stuff. They was. I woke her back up and started having sex with her again. I was turning her ass up. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I was so horny. I ain't gonna lie to you. But she was taking it though. I mean, she was definitely taking it. I remember Maddie Ziegler calls me, right? And Madeline, she looks at the phone. She's like, Maddie Ziegler is calling your phone? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, I guess you gotta answer it. So I'm like, hello. She's like, yeah, David. I'm like, Maddie Ziegler, what's up, girl? She's like, oh, well, I miss you. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm like, I miss you too. She's like, David, I think you need to start being around the babies. It's like, my stomach is starting to get big, like it is. I'm like, it is, like, yeah, and I don't want to birth these babies without the father around, and you're the daddy. You need to be around. So I'm like, I know, Maddie. It's like, okay, so do you want me to fly into where you are, or are you gonna fly me in? Like, what are you gonna do? So I'm like, I'm gonna fly you in. I mean, of course, you with your sister, Mackenzie's like, no, nope, I am not with Mackenzie. I'm like, so you haven't talked to her? She's like, no, have you? I'm like, yeah, I talk to Mackenzie every day. She's like, oh, well, I mean, she is your wife, one of your wives. Of course, you would talk to Mackenzie. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I got to fly her in too. So she's like, yeah, I bet you do. I'm like, okay, look, y'all two gonna have to get along, okay, y'all sisters. She's like, I'm not gonna argue with my sister. Is that what you think? You think I'm gonna be arguing with Mackenzie? I'm not gonna argue with her. Argue with her about what? I'm like, good. So y'all gonna get along. When y'all see each other, y'all gonna get along. She's like, I mean, yeah. I mean, what you think I'm gonna fight my actual little sister, David? I ain't gonna touch that girl. So I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm pregnant. I can't even fight, David. Even if I wanted to fight that girl, I can't. I'm like, okay. It's like literally, I can't. I'm like, okay, so it's like, and she pregnant too. So it's like, I don't even think she gonna be wanting to do anything. She gonna be too busy worried about the damn babies in her stomach that you didn't put in her. So I'm like, okay, so when you fly my sister down? So I'm like, I'm actually supposed to be flying her down. I think like this weekend. She's like, you are? I'm like, yeah, this weekend. She's like, okay, well, you can fly me down that same time that you fly my sister down. So I'm like, okay. It's like, look, David, are we going to have sex? Because, David, you ain't going to be punishing me with that damn dick. You ain't going to punish me because you know that pregnant girls are horny and they need that dick. So you going to be giving it to me. I don't care how the hell Mackenzie going to feel or whatever. You going to be letting me get that. You going to beat it up. You going to do what I want. And she's just gonna have to, accept it or get pissed off. But I'm gonna need that. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it. So I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't say you weren't gonna need it now. It's like, okay, so don't make me suffer, David. Don't torture me and be like, oh, Mackenzie not gonna like us having sex. I don't want to hear that shit. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, definitely not gonna want to hear it. So I remember I get out the phone with Maddie, and Madeline like, David, are you gonna tell that Maddie Ziegler girl that we're dating? You just proposed to me. I'm like, yeah, and we are getting married. So like, are you gonna tell him about us? I'm like, yeah, of course. You're my girl, and I really really like making love to you. It's like, David, I don't care if I get pregnant. I'm like, you sure? It's like, I mean, I was a little scared at first when we like first started having sex. I was a little afraid of getting pregnant because I was too like I was worried about what my mom was gonna say really, and my dad and stuff. Mainly my mother, but at this point, it's like I really don't care. I'm like, you sure? It's like, David. There's you know how many 14-year-olds have babies at 14 years old. I'm like, well, yeah, this is true. She's like, so it's like I wouldn't be the first 14-year-old girl to have a baby or 15-year-old girl to get pregnant. It just wouldn't be the first time. This is not like history in the making. I'm like, I mean, yeah, true. She's like, I mean, they got TV shows out there, Teen Mom and all this stuff. Girls get pregnant at 14, 13. I'm like, yeah, this is true. I mean, yeah, you got a point there. She's like, so it's like, this wouldn't be the first time of something like this happening. So, like, my mom would just be a grandmother. I know she wasn't going. She's probably not going to want to be a grandmother, but we don't pick the times when you want to be a grandparent. I mean, like, it happens. You can't just pick when you want to be a grandparent. So I'm like, yeah, you got a point there. It's like, and like for girls that get pregnant, you can't pick and choose when you want to get knocked up. Like that type of shit just happens. Like, you can't, oh, I want to get pregnant at this time. Can you get me pregnant at this time? Like, who plans pregnancies? I'm like, well, yeah, that's true. It's like, I'm just saying, like, who actually plans pregnancies? I'm like, yeah, you got a point there. It's like, so it's like, my whole thing is, I was a little afraid